Sheet Metal Workers Local 9 has created a new service addendum to our contract, and our contractors now have access to a 4-year commercial service training program and a 3-year residential program.
Service training is needed in our industry so that the contractors are assured that the product they're having installed is done correctly and in the most efficient way. There's technological changes, and there's also life safety issues with anything that they're installing.
We've had to change our training program in relation to computers. We're having to teach these kids some computer skills so that they do end up working on a job where they're doing some service work. They learn how to do controls, digital controls, things of that nature, to where an apprentice that used to come in and just learn shop layout, little field installation, now he's actually having to get some soft skills as well, where he's learning to deal with people. Service work, which is more of the one side of our industry where the guys go out and actually work on people's equipment at their houses or on jobs and fix the equipment that we've already installed. We teach them field installation techniques that, quite frankly, on the job, a lot of the times they don't have time to learn the ins and outs of, because it's just get the job done. So we kind of boost up the training for them.
So we take our apprentices through the EPA certifications for their CFC type 1, 2, 3, or universal. And we also get them involved in the ICE program. It's the Industry Competency Exam, and that's through the American Air Conditioning and Refrigeration Institute. And their 3rd year of their program, then they will also become NATE certified. And that's a North American Technician Excellence Training Program. Once they get their ICE exam, their EPA exam, and their NATE exam, then we will take them into the ITI, the International Training Institute's HVAC Expertise Program. And during that 4 years, the apprentice will get a minimum of 200 hours of training for each year for that 4 years, equating to roughly 800 hours of school training. But they will also perform 8,000 hours of on-the-job training. And the mixture of those two training programs that we put together is what sets us aside from other industries. They actually learn how to solve problems out in the field. They go to school at night, they learn a task, and then they go to work the next day, and they apply those tasks so that they don't forget what they've learned.
We also help them study for the specific test being given in their area. For example, in El Paso County, they offer a test for the MEC 4 license, which is required to work on all equipment that has a heat exchanger or a combustion chamber. Included in that class would be safety measures needed for that equipment. In Pueblo, there are other local licensing requirements. The necessary classes could change from one location to another. In the Denver metro area, it could be a journeyman's license or a supervisor's license. We help fill the training needs in all locations. When it comes to the 3-year residential training program, we'll take a person who has little or no experience in the residential marketplace. We'll teach him, for instance, how to recognize different residential systems, airflow quantities, and qualities.
An owner member has access to all of our training programs, as well as the employees of a large company within our local. So it's not isolated to the size of the company. It can be as small as just a one-person company, an owner member. And we encourage them to come in and get trained.
Our service tech classes and our training curriculums are offered in all 3 of our training institutions. We have one in Denver, we have one in Colorado Springs, and we have one in Grand Junction. And all 3 of those apprenticeship schools offer the training that we need to teach our industry. Our instructors are service technicians from within our own industry. They are our own members. Some of them are project managers, some of them are management material, some of them are also supervisors within our industry, and some of them are also our technicians. These instructors that we bring in from our own industry, they see the issues day to day. So they're looking at the most current problems in the industry.
Nowadays you will have to be familiar with control systems, with computers. If you're not computer literate, you better get that way, because everybody's going that direction.
The students start here with the basics of electricity, where it comes from and how it's generated. They'll learn single-phase and three-phase with a strong emphasis on safety. Ultimately, the trained technician is very important to the owner's bottom line.
It's going to keep the cost down. It's going to basically keep the wheels rolling Plus, the customers are going to like that. You get a fellow that goes in, knows what he's doing, does the job, does it in a timely manner, cleanly, professional.
It's also important that the students know how to properly size the equipment. All apprentices and journeymen who take upgrade training will learn how to look at the energy loss in the building, how to understand the heat load calculations so they know how to design the proper system that is efficient yet not too expensive.
Well, with the cost of equipment now and the cost of labor, it is very important that a technician understands what he's doing to fix this equipment. So these people have to understand how to troubleshoot a system, identify a problem very quickly, and get that piece of equipment back up and running as quick as possible. Cost awareness is a very large part of our training program because we understand that the employer has costs associated with being in business. And in a very competitive market such as our heating and air conditioning industry, there are very little margins in there for markup and for profits, etc. So we want our apprentices and we want our workers to understand exactly where that employer is at financially on this job. There's not a lot of money left over on these projects, so a few simple mistakes could mean losing your profits on the job.
Each one of our apprentices, regardless of what aspect of the training they are in for, be it residential, service, or many of the other aspects of training, they all go through a cost awareness. And it makes them aware of things that they can do to help save the company money and make it run more efficiently.
It's a great program in the aspect that we're always trying to keep up with the newest technology.
Whether you're looking for the best training available for your current personnel or you're interested in adding service technicians to your business, give us a call or send us an email. We'd love to hear from you.